other now.
We're enslaving each other now with gangs. I got to talk to what we're doing now.
We got to come out in games, man.
And then the fact that I'm 33. So the fact that I see niggas that are my age who has a little bit more knowledge than these young dudes who didn't experience what we experienced, where money was a little bit plentiful or actually hustling on a different level. And I'm not saying niggas should hustle. Because right now, this is the hustle. You got your phone. You can make it happen. But I'm taking my responsibility to like, bro, we ain't doing the next generation no good. That's why I'm glad you got young brothers that understand.
Young brothers, they will be in the game if we didn't have them on the right track.
Yeah, we know that it's a difference. It's a difference between so-called Negroes and Africans, right? Like, for example, the Mandinka tribe, you can go into the history of the Mandinka tribe, they literally sold other quote-unquote Africans or black people to slavery. You had that, but you gotta understand, just like it's a difference between a Japanese person and a Chinese person. Like, don't you know the history between the Chinese and the Japanese? They hated each other.
The Chinese own South America right now.
And a lot of
South Africa, not South America.
Yeah,
South
I know they're there, but
the Chinese own South Africa right now.
They look the same, but they're not the same.
So what are we going to change between the Africa? Because so when in fact we have Africans that buy dashikis from Chinese people, listen what I'm saying. This is where it starts. Africans buy Chinese dashikis. Unless you go to the West End where they actually still going back to West Africa. I respect everything you're doing, and that's what it is. But it's young people that maybe your age, I don't know your age, they don't even respect, we don't respect our elders. We don't respect our elders.
You know why?
Oh, because we've been taught, because if you're an American, they want to kill everything that's prosperous for us to live. Because we are the ultimate. I'm with everything you're saying.
Well, so how can we fix these problems?
People like myself have to take better rights, and what you see going on, people like yourself doing the right thing and spreading the message, and then beyond spreading the message,
keep the commandments.
That's right.
That's what you got to do. The reason why we got young men and these young brothers up here is because they acknowledge their God and follow their God.
Right. We're gonna stop gangbanging. Keep the commandments.
It's that
gangbangers.
If we got a brother that has a problem with hating each other, give me Leviticus 19:17.
You know that? They will say you're a gang right now.
They do. They say that.
Right.
Yeah.
But we keep the commandments though.
But
we're not gonna do nothing that's gonna break the
See, that's the hypocrisy of the white man. He'll make a BIE but never a WIE.
That's right.
You got white extremists, white identity extremists. Literally, you got skinheads. You got KKK. You got the Proud Boys. You got Irish. You got Irish supremacists. They Irish.
Right.
But guess what? It somehow is a black identity extremist. Somehow, because you're black and identify with being black, you're extremist. Show me a black man killing, wounding over 300 people like Stephen Paddock.
I'll show you one. It's called Future. It's called through music. It's called through influence. No.
That's true.
I'm just somebody that likes to be contrary and speak the real what's going on.
That's true.
Because
that's true in a sense.
He's killing over 300. He's killing way over 300 people. And you know why? And that's why.
Who sells to lead?
It's so crazy that Juice WRLD died. And I listen to
that's something
what Future said.
that's
Future did a project
predicated
with
on
Juice
our
WRLD.
people.
And he said, he was like, he didn't know his influence.
Right.
He didn't know, because you know, you getting the money, everything is good. He didn't know his actual influence until he did that project and got.
The only thing he drink, he do it.
Man, he don't do it.
Yeah, he was on Breakfast Club and admitted, I don't do lean. It just sound cool.
But the young nigga who he did a project with, he's not here no more.
That's
he had the most
what
influence
The one
on.
had died?
Yeah, Juice WRLD. They did a project together.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he said that when he did that project with him, he didn't realize his influence on the young culture. It's young niggas in my hood that I didn't even know I was like, they look at me like, I said, bro, I done fucked up, did everything. I mean, and I tell them, bro, y'all niggas.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. Bring the scripture out. See, that's why as a nation we gotta come and go back to the Bible and acknowledge what it says. As a young man, they don't acknowledge this book. If they acknowledge this scripture, it wouldn't happen. All right, bring it up.
Ecclesiastes 7:5. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools.
The what?
The song of fools.
The what?
The song of fools.
You got fools making songs. Lean, lean, lean. Molly Percocet. Molly. And people are dying because of this. What happened to Fredo Santana, man? He's dead. But you know what it is? Instead of listening to the Bible, everybody want to listen to rich men and foolish songs.
And false prophets. They want everybody to see false prophets. Nah, I like
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
You like this?
I like it.
Do you
I
know
like
your
it.
nationality?
My nationality is African American.
That's not a nationality.
That is my nationality.
I know, but it's not real.
Yes, it is.
Africa and America.
My
two
people were
different
born in Africa. They came to America. That's all I can. So at the end of it, my nationality is American.
Well,
I'm an
grab
American.
Babylon and Timbuktu and get the
I mean, that's
Zondervan
what they
Bible
told us
Dictionary.
when they got us here.
But that's what I am.
You
know you was Negro.
Where your forefathers come from.
So
I'm still a Negro.
nationality
I'm
just
forever a
means
Negro. It'll never
what's
change.
your lineage or your origin.
I'm not knocking what you're saying.
Every year.
I got an uncle right now.
We acknowledge
He is
that we
full
originate
Hebrew-like
from the
Jewish.
chosen people of
He is
God.
full, and you know what? We are right. So we are the original. I understand we're original people.
Okay.
We got history to prove
But
it.
through the
We
Atlantic
can prove it in the
slave trade,
Bible.
something got
It's
messed
all
up.
through the
And
Bible,
until I
man.
can
All right, bring it out,
go
man.
off grid, I
This is
understand.
coming out from Babylon
I'm
to
just trying to build
Timbuktu, a
with you,
history
I
of
like-
ancient black races.
This is a
deep right here.
brother who's an
That's deep
author.
right
He has a PhD in history. Rudolph Windsor. And he went over the history of... All right.
We be out here every Saturday, man.
Damn.
Saturday.
Yeah, they come quick and leave, man.
That one, man.
All right, keep going.
I ain't never gonna break it down for him, too.
Yeah, man.
That what he wanted to hear. You got a question? Then break it down.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Now, General Vespasian and Titus put an end to the Jewish state, and just like the brother Vito brought out in Luke 21 and 24, yeah, we were cut off by the edge of the sword, man. That's the fall of Jerusalem after Christ died, man. That's the prophecy Christ was talking about. He said, don't weep for me, but weep for yourselves, man. Because he knew what was going to happen. He said, I'm dying, I'm going to come back. But y'all whole nation's about to be destroyed, man.
That's right.
Bring it out. Got the shakes. You need a glove?
And atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
It says the military campaign of Palestine. For you Muslims that always talk about I'm Muslim, just let you know, in Palestine, black people dwelled in Palestine.
That's right.
Right there, the original Berbers or Moors were so-called Negroes.
Bring it
They
out.
returned. When you deal with the Moors, they returned to what? Jerusalem. That's what the Moors did. They returned and had estates in Jerusalem until they got destroyed and removed by Spain. Keep going.
Many atrocities and outrages were committed against the residue of the people during the period from Pompey to Julius. It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
So it's
Had 1 million Jews, black Jews, fled into Africa from Roman persecution.
Con.
What happened when King Herod was trying to kill all the firstborn, just like in Egypt? That's why it says Esau got the spirit of Egypt. When King Herod was trying to kill all the firstborn, where did they try to hide Christ? They tried to hide Christ in Egypt.
That's right.
No white boy can be around a bunch of niggas. When you see Eminem right beside Dr. Dre, can you tell the difference? But you put Michael Blackston, all right, around a bunch of black people. Can you just right out the point just pick him out? You be thinking, oh, he's black like the rest of them. You think, but he's different. He's from a different nation than us. We always had that understanding that we are just all black, but that's not true. We always knew the difference. That's why Jake was calling them African booty scratchers. He was like, yeah, I know you different, bro. You an African booty scratcher. Go ahead, Doc.
So I'm watching Esau kill animals for no reason on a safari hunt today, right? So in South Africa, they have this thing to where they pick up dung pellets and they put them in their mouth and see how far they get. They draw a line.
That's doo-doo, ain't it?
And see how far they can spit them. Dung is doo-doo. You know what I'm telling you?
Ham doodoo, man. That's what we call him, ham doodoo, man.
I just saw this 20 minutes ago.
Y'all need to leave ham doodoo alone, man. Ham got a fascination with doodoo. Africans got a fascination with doodoo. I found out they incense, they put what? Doodoo in it. I was like, it's always smelled weird, right? But they put doodoo in their damn incense. Like, Africans, they just had a whole damn fascination with doodoo, homosexuality, and all type of weird stuff, man. We not African. We the chosen people of God.
That's right.
That's why the Lord said he put a difference between us and the Egyptians, man. Right?
Doo-doo pellets.
Bring that out in ham, man.
That's a cut too for the Arab. You know,
This is the definition of ham
Esau always hunting.
in the Zondervan Bible
Right,
Dictionary.
He's gonna be the great hunter.
Ham,
Cunning hunter.
the youngest son.
The Zondervan Bible Dictionary, right? These people made this Bible dictionary to disprove the Bible. They said, we want to go and prove everything that's in this Bible is fake. But then once they went to every place and every account in the Bible, they found out, well, damn.
It's true.
It's true.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually true. Now bring that out, Doc.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, probably born about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
When you hear that, oh, he's the progenitor of the dark races, brother. Egyptology. All right, keep going.
Not the Negro.
Not the what?
Not the Negro.
When we came over here, did they call us? What did they call us, man? When we came off them ships, did they call us Did they call us African? Did they call us Egyptians? They said, no, you a nigga. Why is it when Africans come around, I was like, oh, you're African? But then you see a black person, Esau be like, oh, that's a nigga. Why? Because he knows the difference. Yeah, even Ham know that we niggas. I call Ham a nigga. He's like, I'm not a nigga. You are a nigga.
You are a kata.
You are a nigga. I am Afrikaans. I speak Afrikaans. I am not a nigga.
Shalaka. They say we came by plane, you came by boat.
Oh yeah, I was pissed off when I heard that. I was like, Africa said, no, I'm not no nigga. You went to slave. I come by plane, you go by boat. Okay, bastard, but you gonna go into slavery too, man. When the Lord come back, they going too, man. Cause those Hamites, those Egyptians, they put us in slavery. They got that same spirit. Oh yeah, nah, y'all niggas, y'all into slavery. We'll never be slaves, right? Because they the slave drivers, man. Keep going.
Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Liberians, and Canaanites.
Libyans and Canaanites. When we came out of Egypt, why is it that the Most High told Moses to go and what? Fight the Canaanites? Because they are different sect but of the same lineage of Ham. He said, go fight the Canaanites, right? So that's what they did. They went and they destroyed the Canaanites. Right, give me Exodus 7 and 11. Yeah, bring out that piece of rock.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 21. Let
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries thereof enter thereinto.
Right, so we got cut off, man. We fled into the mountains. We entered into new countries. Yeah, we ran all the way down to West Africa. That's where we went. What in the hell?
He almost hit that dude that on the thing over there.
Bring out that Exodus 11 and 7.
Waiting on it too, bro.
Bring it out.
7 and 11.
Oh yeah, 7 and 11. So like it.
I think it's like 4. It's like Exodus.
My wife knows to be out here, but it's kind of too cold for her. And the kids, I got the kids too. I don't bring them out when we do.
Exodus chapter 7, verse 11. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They also did like manner with their enchantments. 7 and 11. That must be 11 and 7.
No, that's.
It happens. It happens.
No, that's. You sure that's right?
That's why you write your down.
It happens. You can write it down and still lose it. That's a classical verse. Right?
Exodus 4 and 6.
4 and 6.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Right, so the white man wants you to think that Moses was white. He wants you to think that everybody in the Bible is white. Somehow white people survived in Egypt. It's over 120 degrees out there inside. And they survived with no suntan, no sun lotion. But somehow they the Egyptians. Read that again. I was ashamed of Exodus gods in Egypt. That was what? That was cavemen in Egypt, man. That was Exodus caveman and cave beasts. Keep going.
Exodus 4 and 6.
Bring it out.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
I got a question to ask y'all. If you put your hand in your shirt, would you be surprised if your hand came out white? No, you wouldn't. So how the hell was Moses a so-called white man? How the hell is Moses white? Why is it every damn movie we see of Egypt, Moses a so-called white man? She was like, I don't know. My hand's white already. What type? That's a trick question. I don't know. And why the hell is it? You want to know what it is? The white man is a damn liar, man.
That's right.
How the hell is the white man the last samurai?
Don't sit it down like that.
How the hell is the white man the last damn samurai? How the hell is...
Mohican, the last
The last Mohican. What the hell is going on, man?
How's the white man the Mexican?
The white man is every damn thing but a damn heathen. But when we come back and start taking back our nationality and our culture and who we are, now it's a problem. Now it's a problem. Oh, now Hannibal Barca, and Hannibal is from Carthage in Africa. But somehow he's white. Every damn body's white now. That's how they think, man. He's black, man. You can see the coin of the people that he come from. They're black. But you know what it is? The white man just doesn't want us to know that black people put their ass to death back then.
Right.
That black people rose up and they got a black man that's one of the greatest military leaders on the face of the earth that destroyed the Roman Empire.
That's what. Oh, y'all talking about
We talking about Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal.
They
Yeah.
also-
They don't want you to know that.
He pushed them back. He pushed them back.
His name was Hannibal.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Yeah, he went up in the he went
African
along
general.
with the elephant.
So they want to remake him in the movie Hannibal the Cannibal. He's a white man. You gotta be Hannibal the Cannibal.
Yeah, everybody in this book, goddamn, everybody in this book is white.
Yeah,
Some
white
damn
man,
how
white
white.
folks
Give me
carry
Song
it.
of Solomon 1 and 5.
Pick it up.
How you ask white people these detrimental questions? How is it Moses put his hand in his shirt, it came out white, and he was surprised, but he's white already? That's the problem, man. You reading a black man's book. That's the problem. White people got a stigma. They hate niggas, but they worship them. If you're a Christian and you're right, you worship a black man.
That's right.
And you just don't know.
My daddy told me that this
Well,
weekend.
we know all that.
My daddy got
Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Solomon is the son of David. He said, I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Right? He said, I'm black. What? You got paintings of Solomon that shows that he is black. Right, keep going.
As the tent of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Keep going.
Verse 6. Look not upon me because I am black.
Solomon said, don't look at me, nigga, I'm too dark. That's what Solomon said, man. He said, don't look at me, I'm too dark, man. You try to get a woman outside, man. You try to get your children outside. Nah, if I go outside, I get too dark. I get too dark. You're thinking about that, man, but only black people, man. White people can't relate to that. I had an argument with 2 Christians for an hour. I had the argument over that scripture because they said white people get darker in the sun. I was like, nigga, are you out your mind, man? You gonna tell me that white people get darker in the sun? You don't understand that scripture. Read that again.
The Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
When you go into the word comely, the word comely means beautiful. Who say they're black and beautiful?
What's up, King? Oh, you don't know what that?
Who says they're black and beautiful, man? Y'all think that y'all changed, man. God said nothing is new under the sun. Black people been saying they black and beautiful for over 4,000 years. You ain't doing nothing new, man. You ain't doing nothing new. Keep going.
As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me.
You see, they said, look not upon me because I am black. The sun is looked upon me, man. You don't have to, if you, look, how the hell is a white man with a PhD in history, no, so a scholar, got his scholars, read that verse and think that Solomon is white? How can he go in the Bible, Exodus 4 and 6, read that and think that Moses is white? You want to know what it is? They know the truth, man. They know the truth. The Pope doesn't pray to the white Jesus. The Pope prays to the black Madonna or the black Jesus on the cross. Well, y'all worshiping a white man. And he over there worshiping the true Lord, man. And every time the Pope sees a black person, he go and kiss their feet, man. Why is that? The Pope, when he see a black person, he kiss their feet, man. Y'all white people got something to learn. Y'all need to follow the Pope, man, and what he does. Because he knows the truth, man. But the white man is a damn liar. He can't tell the truth.
Is that what it is?
He let black people know they're the chosen people of God, and they supposed to walk around and kiss your feet. Yeah, we telling them to keep the commandments. That's what's going on, brother. That's what's going on. All right, keep going. What the hell, Dick? That's the first thing that come out that brother's mouth, man.
50 years old walking outside.
50, bro. That's why we on the bottom, bro. Our elders done failed us.
Hey man, hey, that's a rhyme. My elders done failed us, man.
That's real, bro.
Hey, we just gotta wake them up, man. Give me Job 30 and 30.
Pastors done failed us. The
50
elders.
years old, walking around rapping.
Yeah, give me Job 30 and 30.
With your pants sagging, really.
Everybody's white now, man. Everybody's white now. Everybody's white but the bad guys.
This who they got is King Solomon.
And if they and you know Esau, he'll call us a thug, but we won't get into curses on that. Yeah, Esau, he'll call us a thug, but Esau's the real thug, man. He's the real thug. He got us looking bad, but we just learning from him. It says we're gonna be the head, and he's gonna be the head, we're gonna be the tail.
Job 30 and 30. Your figure's cold, huh? It's page right here.
Come on, get what you got out.
Babylon the Timbuktu, page 108. There is evidence that the Carthaginians possessed a high priesthood, and their ceremonies and sacrifices were similar to the rituals found in the book of Leviticus.
It says the Carthaginians, man. Hannibal of Barca was a Carthaginian. We already showed you in the Bible that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the chosen people. So the Carthaginians, they had the same practices of the Levitical priesthood of Moses. They had the same practices. Before Hannibal went out and fought in the Second Punic War, Hannibal slaughtered a lamb and anointed himself.
Come on now.
Where you see it in Leviticus, man.
Leviticus.
When the Romans saw that Hannibal was coming, they called Hannibal the lion's whelp.
Yep, the lion.
What's the animal for the tribe of Judah, man?
The lion.
The lion. Why they call him the scorpion king? Nothing else. They called him the lion because they knew he was from the tribe of Judah, man. He knew Judah. Judah will always rise first, man. Judah always come out and rebel, man. Judah know who their enemy is. Judah's not simple. Judah just docile and complacent right now, man. Judah gotta wake up. I'll bring it out.
This is the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30.
Bring it out!
My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burnt with heat.
See, Job said, my skin is black upon me. But you damn white people got Job looking like an old pedophile, touching a damn baby angel. Job said, my skin is black upon me, man. Everything you white people paint a color, it gotta be borderline gay.
All right.
Everything they are paint, man. Look at all them images of the Greeks. It's borderline gay and definitely damn inappropriate. They always, sometimes you can't even tell the difference between men and women because they all pose effeminate. All their statues, man. And then they all butt naked. Like everybody's just damn naked. No one wears no clothes. Like and the Spartans are Israel, man. So Spartans,
You knew that?
Yeah, they were trying
You got
to
some
be.
knowledge on your eye. You gotta come out here and labor with us, man.
yeah, don't you know the Spartans,
I
man?
need to get back to it,
The
man.
Spartans are
We're here every
Israelites,
Saturday,
man.
man.
The
That's where
Macedonians,
we at.
they're Israelites.
Every Saturday. And Friday we're in front of
I mean, I'm
Hooters.
saying, but that's it. You know that it is.
Yeah,
us.
that
Why
was
y'all
it.
in front of them for? You know, 300 crackers.
That would it be.
You know,
That was
100,000
about
goddamn
been doing.
Well, it wasn't 300. It was like more like what was it? It was like
Right,
I think it was like 30,000, but it was over a million
I think
damn.
more with a lot of white people right there.
Ishmael came deep. Ishmael was pissed off. He came
It's
deep,
on Peachtree
man.
though. It's
I
right
know,
down the
I
street.
know, about the CVS.
But when you look at the original Ethiopians, when you look at the original people who were over the area of Greece, until Esau came out them damn caves, like for example, before Philip the Macedonian, Alexander's father, the person that ruled before Philip Macedonia, his name was Hannah Pepe. What cracker got the name of Hannah Pepe? None, man. They came and conquered them people. And when you look at the images of Zeus, he's a black person. He a black person with a red beard, man. A ruddy beard. I bring that out.
The water. Thank you.
This is the first Maccabees chapter 12, verse 2.
out!
And he sent letters also to the Lacedaemonians.
Hold that.
He sent letters to the Lacedaemonians, right? The original word, because he didn't call them Spartans, right? They're like Athenians. They're Athenians. They're from Athens. They're from when you deal with Alexander, he's not a Greek. He's a Macedonian, right? So these are the Lacedaemonians. That's what the Spartans are. That's what their original names, right? So the Lacedaemonians are the Spartans. He said he sent them a letter. Keep going.
And to other places for some purpose. So they went unto Rome and entered into the Senate and said, Jonathan, the high priest, and the other people of the Jews sent us unto you to the end you shall renew the friendship which ye had with them in league as in former time. Upon this the Romans gave them letters unto the governors of every place, that they should bring them into the land of Judea peacefully. It's getting into that. Verse 6, Jonathan the high priest and the elders of the nation and the priests and the other people of the Jews unto the Lacedaemonians their brethren.
It said, Jonathan said, the high priest of the other and the nations of the Jews, the elders of the Jews, acknowledged that the Lacedaemonians, the Spartans, right, were their brethren. They acknowledged that. So why is it they got the Spartans when the Spartans are so-called dark-skinned people? The dark-skinned people with red beards, ruddy beards. Why do they got them as white people? It's the same thing. It's whitewashing. The white man is a damn cave piece. Like John said, they were eating damn juniper berries, right? They're eating juniper berries.
I got all that footage.
Can you click that real quick?
What type of berry?
Click that red button.